club is like my family, but they are just more than anything. Like they keep this no bullying zone, and that helps people here because a lot of people here has been getting bullied here, or they have been getting bullied at school or at home. They give support that you can overcome where the bullying will just stop. I've just learned my way of life here. I've learned how to forgive someone that have done something bad to me over and over again. I can't forget that. This is like home. This is my second home. I don't know where I would be without this place. I'll be probably at home sleeping every day, skipping school, and just doing bad things that I shouldn't be doing. And they've taught me that if you do bad things, there's consequences. I love it here. I can't forget this place. If this place ever closed down, I don't know where I would be. They've impacted my future life skills, my adulthood. They've told me things that I need to know, like now. They've taught me some of my multiplication. They've even sat me right here in this room for 4 hours doing spelling words. And I love them helping me. They've taught me that you can do anything that you desire.
Hi, my name is Misty, and I'm with the Morgan County Child Advocacy Center, or the CAC, and we are proud to be a United Way partner agency, which means that we receive funding from the dollars that United Way gets through their campaign efforts. And one of the stories that we have is that our certified facility dog, Jezebel, she was placed with us in April, and we were able to see a child that went to court and was absolutely terrified of going to court, use a certified facility dog to help her through her trial. And the way that she did that was the dog is actually able to go into the witness box with the child. And so the dog went in, laid down, and the child actually took her shoes off and placed her feet on top of the dog and used the dog's breathing to regulate her own breathing while she was testifying to calm her anxiety. And none of us, of course, knew that that was actually happening at that time, but hearing that story was just absolutely amazing. And it just reminded us that we are so glad to be a resource for kids in this community.
Hi, my journey with Hospice of the Valley started 7 years ago when my husband passed away with a glioblastoma brain tumor. I had called in hospice the last couple of months of his life, and I was, to say it nicely, I was their worst nightmare. I fired 3 nurses. I think I kicked everyone that came into my home out because at the end of the day, they were going to take everything that was that I loved, and it was my life. And at 33, losing my husband, who was 43, was just a life-altering jolt to me. But hospice was amazing. They loved me through it. I got a phone call one day going, "We're going to give it your way. You got to get it the Burger King way. What do you want to be happy?" And I said, "I don't really think anything will make me happy." And they were wonderful. They loved me through that whole process. They loved my son Truett, who was 3 at the time, through that process, and they loved Larry through it. After my husband passed away, I had gotten a phone call from Brad Eads, who is the bereavement coordinator here at Hospice of the Valley. And so for me, I may or may not have declined that phone call a few times because I just didn't want to talk. I didn't want to talk the feelings. I didn't want to cry. I was done with all that. I just wanted all the pain to go away. But Brad was persistent, and he continued to give me a call. And one day I answered. On that Tuesday at 9 o'clock, I came in this room and cried, and I think I just probably cried the whole time and was able to not get a whole lot of sentences out or a whole lot of words. And so for me, after that, I met with Brad every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, I think, for the next year. I really kind of have never left hospice. I've kind of always been around. I've always been in with Brad, who put me back together, and I am who I am today because of him. I went into his widow classes with young widows and was able to connect with younger women who have lost a husband, and able to meet one-on-one with different widows. So everything that hospice does is just coming together. It's bringing people together. It's bringing hurt together, but it's also bringing friendships. It's bringing healing. And at the end of the day, you're not alone in all the pain that you're going through. So for the last year, I've worked with Hospice of the Valley as the Children's Bereavement Coordinator, where I do the Friend to Friend program and Camp Hope, and I get the great honor of getting to go into schools, Morgan County, Decatur City, Lawrence County, and Hartselle City, to be able to talk to babies from kindergarten to 18 years old, high school seniors, about the loss of their loved ones. And for me, it's a blessing, and for me, it's being able to take my hurt and show others how it is hard and it's not easy some days, but it's doable, and we can get through it together, and we can I can't fix their pain, but for me, it's just sitting there and listening to it, and just being a listening ear, and just holding their hand, or doing crafts with them, or just letting them talk about their day. Sometimes all we want to do is be heard and not try to be fixed, and that's what we try to do here at Hospice of the Valley.